Alright, I'm doing things a little bit different here. It's a little weird. So, what I've got going on here, this is going to be googly eyed and weird, is I have one camera here. This is my phone, and it's going direct to, YouTube. Here, right there, and it's going direct to Facebook. There, this one feels normal and has better resolution. This one feels weird, so I may not keep this up, but I'm going to put them both as close to one another as I can get them without things getting too completely crazy. And hopefully this way you guys feel like I'm looking at you when I'm looking at the camera. And this way I can send today's broadcast directly into the interwebs via YouTube on the top and Facebook on the bottom without having to do a whole bunch of crazy stuff. However, I'm already seeing some wrinkles. So how about we get extra stupid? We'll take an ancient GoPro Hero 2 and we'll stick it. We're gonna stick it over here, and it's gonna record the whole fiasco from a third angle. We should put this guy. I'll put it over here. I'll put him on. Let's see if he's on this guitar over here. I will stick him in the board stack for today, just because that's how dumb I feel doing all this. There, guys. Now you're being recorded. You reconnect. And it has a warning for me to remember to guard my privacy and abide by community guidelines. So live chat is a privilege, not a right. And you gotta, so, yeah. So, I'm trying to get you guys lined up so it looks like I'm looking in the camera, you know, like, let's see if I'm pointing right there. That looks good. All right. So, wow, all right. I already like this better because my Facebook feed has got tons and tons of comments coming up. And I'm really pleased with that. Now, I don't have an exact topic today. It's a Sunday afternoon, and I am happy. Sundays are nice. In the morning, I got church, and then that goes till 1 or 2 in the afternoon. I do house church, so I don't have any big fuss or showing up on time. It's nice, and so it's super chill. So call it an AMA. What do you guys want to talk about today? I have one person on the YouTube feed, and I've got, I don't know, 12. That's cool, fun. Starting to get the swing of the tech concept. I guess you guys haven't requested any topics, and I haven't really thought anything up. You guys want to know some things that happened to me this week that were kind of cool? First, the board makes are really fun this week. I'll save a lot of that for tomorrow's shop in the morning, and we'll go through what I've been cooking up in the lab. I've got about, let's see, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 boards in there right now. Every one of them for someone amazing, really cool. I started to post more often, and for a long time I've been talking about it and been kind of ambivalent about posting a lot, been sort of this way and that way about it, and don't really know my introduction to being, I've noticed if skateboarders or anything, they're opinionated, something I don't resent. Um, uh, I just have to ask you a question real quick. Is like, can you read that? So it's not backward on Facebook anymore. but it's backward on YouTube. So that must be an iPhone thing, because I'm using an iPhone for the. Okay, I'm just getting used to it. But what you call it? Yeah, I've been really tiptoeing my way into all this tech stuff. Today's gonna be short. I'm gonna get out of here in a minute. But yeah, it got spicy because I was talking about quality, and I always am talking about quality because my Compass North is um, my ancient Samsung tablet is firing up. I have got ancient devices, and that's all good. But uh, I started talking about quality, and there's more than one way to have quality. I mean, really. So I'm not talking about quality in some dogmatic way where it's all or nothing, black and white reasoning. I'm talking about quality in a way that's robust, but um, I know the qualities that I like. I'm shooting for, and I know that they have been really absent from the skateboarding market. And through my close friendship with the first owner of the Galaxy Skate Shop, we spitballed a lot of this stuff. I was in there like every day, and really loved my time of being close with the Galaxy Skate Shop. Um, it was sad to me that about 2 years into the DIY, which is too early to make a documentary about yourselves. It's best when documentaries are made by someone else. But being about quality or different qualities, and being about board strength, and being about those things. Today there was a big thread that opened up about how um, some of my customers find my boards to be quite light, and I think my boards run I think they run a spectrum of heaviness, weight, and whatnot. So I yeah, I had a hard introduction to this. Another thing is, oh wow, I lost my Facebook feed. Let's see where they are now. There they are. Is it still going? Yeah, it is still going. And early on, it got intense, and I responded intensely, not inappropriately, but intensely. And I realized early on that you're gonna have to say the things you really think. You can't tone it down just because people are upset that you're covering topics that have been left alone for so long. So, anyways, so one of the cool things that happened this week was somebody spoofed me really hard. I don't know if you guys saw when I was on the Nut Daily News. I love. Oh my gosh! Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. Okay. Well, there we are. I'm back on there. Thing that I wound up doing was for a few years I was super depressed, um, and didn't know how to interface with the skateboarding community because the people who liked me were definitely not comfortable saying so. People who liked my work even less. And the people who hated me were extremely comfortable with layering layer after layer after layer of crazy borderline and to make something real and happen unless I get out there. But also I couldn't run a local team because they were getting pushed down, and they were getting treated badly, and had dispersed my local team. And the time when it was hey kids, respect your gays. These are things that are just part and parcel. And this week that happened, and a friend of mine hit me up who'd seen it and said, hey man, did you see this? This makes me really mad. And I said, well, it doesn't make me mad. You're gonna go on the interwebs with this crazy face and this whole mess and think that people aren't gonna satirize and spoof and do that stuff, then you got another thing coming. So this week was a real nice road test, it was rubber meets the road for me on where my heart's at with being a public person. And so I'm really really pleased with that. But that's enough of that. Let's look at a knife together, and then I want to show you this knife here. This is This is not a favorite knife, but now, if you're the person who gave me this knife, I'd really like it if you'd remind me who you are, because this knife is in my collection and I can't remember where I got it. If I got it at a flea market or a trade of some sort, or if I got it from a friend who owned it, I can't remember where this knife comes from. And it is a British Air Force jungle survival knife. It weighs about 2 pounds. I love it. I love knives like this one. This one is comparable. This is a 4240-99-127 J. Adams jungle survival knife. It's got a little bit of white stuff on there, but it's a rough blued, and it's got quite a sharp edge on it, but not a. It's got a very durable edge running on it, and the handle is some sort of resin, almost rubber, with huge copper rivets, huge pounded copper rivets in it. And it's a generous knife. It's a really heavy knife, and it's got a lot of weight in the blade right here. This is a full 1/4 inch thick blade. Boy, I like that knife. Now, it's not long enough to be a machete, but it's heavy enough to do the work of a machete. You could use this. You could baton this one, cut stuff up, and you could run a whole camp with this knife. But you sure can't carry it very well. And it has a handmade sheath. Somebody made this sheath. It's multi-layer leather. It's a really cool sheath. The knife does not hold super tightly. I'm certainly not going to wear this on my belt, but I would run a strap, kind of molly. I'd attach it with a molly system to a pack, maybe. It weighs like 2 pounds. Can compare that one to my K-Bar BK Becker Companion. It's also a 1/4 inch blade. Also a 1/4 inch thick blade. And you can see that they're both hefty, beefy knives. Be batoned and can be used for all kinds of stuff. But boy, it's a lot lighter. And of course, it got the micarta scales on the handle. It's got a great hammering back on it versus this. The British jungle knife has got a recessed tang, so the scales overlap the tang. Now, there's no reason for the tang to be protected by the scales. I presume this is for wet handling, to give it some ridge to it without having any texture in this material. But talk about superior. You can hammer with the exposed tang on this. It's, both full tang knives. And also, it's got great contouring. And the micarta is a fabric and resin material put together in layers. I think this is coming through on both feeds because I'm on a simultaneous. A nice knife. That's a very nice knife. Again, not a hip carry knife. Maybe a belt carry, like flat in the belt, but really, I'd need to be in fighting trim for you, new to you, and instead I wound up showing you that BK Becker again. So, promise the next knife I show you will be more fun. When I'm in my workshop, I like to show you skateboards, but when I'm in my office, I like to show you knives. They relax me. I've loved knives since I was just a little kid. And Rocco chewed on this a little bit when he was a puppy. No damage, really. And there we are. Becker. And this one again, it has a really simple sheath. I like the material. Kydex. I like Kydex a lot. It's a safe carrying. So all right, that's the beginning of today. What did I do? I put a camera over here, and it's still going. I've got almost 16 minutes of footage on this camera over here. So today was an experimental day. This is a tech day. I've got my cell phone on top of my computer, And I've got Facebook Live film, no, forward on the computer, and I've got my cell phone filming me backwards straight to YouTube. It's been a good time talking to you, friends, and the next time you hear from me, unless I think of something important to talk about tonight, will be in my workshop tomorrow. So, thanks for this last 17, 18 minutes, and next time I post one up, I hope it won't be so much a waste of time. Thanks, everybody. I'm going to sign off Facebook first. Here we go. End live video. All right, YouTube. It's just you and me now. And I should be able to save the Facebook file. All right, replay will be available soon. Done. And let's see if I can save it. Can't save the video to my computer. It's a good thing I did the YouTube up top, isn't it? Even though nobody watched it.